Well, hello! We hope you haven't forgotten about us.
It's been a while since our last video.
It has. Last time we posted a video update, we had crossed the border from the US into Canada, and a lot has happened and a lot of miles have been travelled since then. So we're here to give you a quick update on what's been happening in our world in the last few weeks.
Stay tuned.
So we've got a number of things to update you on today. Just to quickly give you a recap is what happened when we were in Canada and why we really didn't get to see much of it. Yep. Number two is we've had many miles, many states have been travelled. Number three, RV Nomads Movie. We've got some updates for you on that, which are very exciting.
And our fourth update is we have some exciting updates with our RV Success School.
So we're going to recap on all of those in this video right now, starting off with what happened in Canada. Nothing bad happened in Canada at all. We love Canada. We just didn't get to see much of it.
Didn't get to see much because when we first got there, the weather was a little rough, and then we had some fires that made it really smoky, so we didn't get to see a whole lot. But one of the biggest reasons we didn't see a whole lot of Canada is because we chose to take a last-minute cruise up to Alaska.
Right, so it kind of happened literally a few days before we set sail. If you've been following us on Facebook and Instagram, you've probably seen some of that while we were there. We've got so much video footage and so many photos and so much to share with you about that, including how we managed to get such a cheap deal, which I know a lot of people are interested in. We're sharing all of that in our next video. Well, actually it's going to be a series of videos and blog posts. So we're trawling through all of our footage now, and that is going to start coming out this week and over the next few weeks. I hope you'll hang around and watch those because there's a lot of amazing sights, from wildlife, bears and glaciers and amazing epic scenery.
One of our very top highlights of our trip to Canada is we actually were able to spend some time with RV geeks, Peter and John. It was actually our third time we've met up with them. The first time being in Australia, the second time being in Quartzsite, United States, and then up in Canada.
So that's 3 meetings and 3 countries that we've caught up with the RV Geeks. If you don't already follow them on their channel, RV Geeks, you need to jump over and subscribe to them right now because those guys are awesome. They were one of the channels that we started following when we first hit the road, or even before we hit the road, learning about RVing. Really high quality videos, really amazing DIY tutorials, everything RV. So go and check them out. But we got to go for a hike with them, lots of long conversations, lots of food, wine, fun, and lots of talk about RVs and RVing. But because the weather was pretty overcast and rainy and also smoky when we first arrived in Canada, and then when we came back from the cruise, I got cruise crud and was kind of a bit under the weather for probably a good couple of weeks, so didn't really get to explore the Great White North as much as we would have liked. So we definitely hope to get Canada onto our itinerary for summer of 2018 because we know there's so much beauty to see up there, and we just love Canadians.
So once we got back in the United States, we had quite a busy travel schedule. We stopped into Seattle to see a friend, then we spent a couple weeks in Portland, and then went down to Eugene, and then over to Bend. So
it was snowing over the pass coming into Bend. That was, I'm going to share some footage of that right here.
And then when we got to Bend, it was snowing still, and it was really cold, and so we decided to just accelerate our plans for getting back to Colorado to see family.
It was cold in Bend, right? So let's just go to Colorado, because Colorado's not cold, is it? Actually, today's a beautiful day.
Colorado, a lot of people think, is a super cold, snowy place because we do really good marketing for our ski industry. But because there's so much sunshine here, even though the temperatures are fairly cool, it actually feels warmer than it is. And so we knew we were going to come here to see family for some birthdays and holidays, so we just decided to come here a little bit early.
And so we're going to be here until Thanksgiving, so we will have been in Colorado for about a month. And then we'll be heading south to Texas and be in Texas for at least the month of December, and then we'll probably head over southwest from there. Speaking of Texas, you may recall a little while ago we announced that we were going to be in the RV Nomads Movie, a full-length motion picture film that is going into production pretty well in the next couple of months and will be released in October of 2018. What we can add now is that there is a whole RV Nomad Festival that has been created in the little town of Wellington, Texas. It's not too far from Amarillo, and we're pretty much taking over the entire town for 4 days, having a big RV Nomad Fest with there is boondocking, there is hookup camping, although those spaces are limited. We've got a 400-seat movie theater to screen the film, so that will be the world premiere of the RV Nomads film. There is a content creators conference, music, events, food, connecting with RVs. It's going to be a fantastic event. I think it's already half sold out. There are still some tickets left, even though I realize it's almost a year out. If you're interested in coming and joining us, we would love to see you there. We're actually speaking at the Creators Conference. We're hosting a panel on working from the road, so we'd love to see you with all the rest of the cast and crew from the movie. If you'd like to book and come and join us, use the coupon code Texas2018 to save 10% on your ticket cost, and we'll put the link to that down below. There are going to be quite a few links in the video description of this video today about the movie, RV Nomad Fest, and some other content that you may not be aware of that has been happening behind the scenes but just hasn't quite made it to this RVLove TV YouTube channel yet.
Over at the blog, we had a really in-depth article about crossing the border into Canada, and we've also had some really great campground reviews added as well.
And if you've heard about the 1,000 Trails collection, you're probably aware we're 1,000 Trails members. We stay at those campgrounds predominantly. I think basically from June through to October, we stayed almost exclusively in 1,000 Trails campgrounds, which has meant that our camping fees have been pretty close to zero. And how we've done that is through our camping membership and through the Trails collection, which is a new add-on to the 1,000 Trails membership. We wrote about that in great detail over at the blog, putting the link down there below as well. That's really what's made our camping so affordable this whole time we've been living on the road. But there's some campground reviews over at the website as well. You can check those out.
Some other big updates and things we're spending a lot of time on are updates to our RV Success School. For those of you who are not aware, we have a separate channel. It's RV Success School, and you might notice we don't have any videos over there. We don't have anything with the Facebook presence. That's very intentional. We're trying to create a very focused learning environment and have something that breaks through the noise and clutter.
Right, this is what we found is that it gets very overwhelming. There's a lot of information out there on YouTube and Facebook groups, in blogs, and even for us as experienced RVers, we've been finding it very overwhelming and can't even imagine how hard that must be for some of you new people that are trying to learn and make sense of it all and to know what information to trust and what not, and what is there just to get you to click. That is what we wanted to get away from. That is why we're not creating more social media noise with RV Success School, but a very, very clear and focused, as Mark said, online learning environment where you can just get the in-depth, well-researched information that you need to help you hit the road without distractions trying to drag your attention away. We're trying to kind of break out of that. It's a very different approach to what everyone is doing, but it's something that just feels right, that we really believe in, and has so far in the 6 months since we launched in May has proven to be true, because that is overwhelmingly the feedback that we've been getting from the students that have already signed up. It's just how that's made it much easier for them to learn and to come away with great clarity in hitting the road and buying the right RV for them.
And so, as Julie mentioned, we launched that back in May. We've had amazing feedback. We've made a number of updates to the content since then, and we're putting some final touches on some larger revisions to the courses and to the offerings at RV Success School. And we're going to be releasing that really soon here, including a promotion code. So be sure to get over onto our email list at rvlove.com and on the blog, so that you can be hearing about those promotion codes from us via email.
Now, if you're also a subscriber to our Road Gear Reviews channel, you would have seen that our latest contribution was a review I did on our Instant Pot, which is probably one of the hottest kitchen appliances in the RV world. This year it seems like everyone has one. If they don't, they're talking about it and they want one, and I eventually succumbed to getting an Instant Pot. Now we've come to love it. We use it all the time, and so that's what our latest Road Gear Reviews video was about. And I even do a demo and show you how to cook chicken fajitas. We've put the link to that down below as well. Even though you may not be seeing a lot from us on YouTube at the moment, there is a lot going on behind the scenes, things that are not necessarily making it to YouTube or even to the blog. So it's a wonderful creative collaboration. It's a little too soon to give you the details on that right now, but it's going to end up being something that is going to be a pretty big story in 2018. Probably by the end of next month we'll have a lot more to share on that. So just so you know, we haven't fallen asleep, we haven't dropped off the radar, we haven't gone anywhere. Well, actually, that's not true. We've gone a lot of places.
We've gone a lot of places. We've traveled at least 1,700 miles since our last update.
And that's just driving the RV.
Yeah.
1,700 miles since our last video update. Some beautiful scenery, actually. When we left Bend to come back to Colorado, we retraced a lot of the same route that we took on our maiden voyage as full-time RVers in June 2014. Beautiful, beautiful, epic open road scenery and driving through the salt flats of Utah.
So there's a little update for you on what all has been happening since our last video, and be looking for the new video about the Alaska trips coming up really soon. And also be sure to get over and get onto our email list so you can hear about our updates on RV Success School and many other updates coming as well. And until next time,
we'll see you on the road.